subscribe to Charlesy and Steve.
Alright everybody, welcome back to another match preview on the channel. This one is for Tuesday night's game at the Stadium of Light at Sunderland versus Bristol City. Now first things first, I want to thank everybody who interacted with the match vlog. I know it wasn't the best, but we had to deal with slightly bad rain and wind. Me and Stephen in the end were at the back like that, like two drowned rats. We were absolutely soaked to the bone, hoping for better weather come Tuesday. So Sunderland got back to winning ways, and it was a bit of a belated birthday present for Reggie. Tommy Watson getting his first goal for Sunderland. Easy born lad. Then he, not long after he got his second, what a performance he put in. He's destined for the very top end. It was very important that we did get the win in the 3 points. We played very well against Sheffield United, but then there was a long consecutive run of draws, and it was important that we did get the win and keep in touch and distance with the top two. And now if you tell any Sunderland supporter, and I mean any Sunderland supporter, if we were going to be 3 points off the top in fourth come Christmas, every one of them would have snapped your hands clean off at that. Now the game against Stoke, I came away a little disappointed that we didn't score more goals. Mienda had a really good chance, and I don't know how he ballooned it that high hour, but we had 24 shots on goal and 10 on target. I said in my match preview, Victor Johansson is the best goalkeeper in the Championship, and it was clear to see why in that game. He kept them in it. I thought Sunderland were fully deserving of the 3 points. Now their goal came for a beautiful ball out of the top that caught Alicia out. It was onside. He broke down the wing, got in the box, took a shot. Patterson made the save, but it spilled right back to him, and he dinked it beautifully over him, and they took the lead. I tell you what, the lads showed a load of character to get back in the game very quick, 40 seconds. Now I think that's, I'm not correct as if I'm wrong, the quickest reaction time from Sunderland conceding the goal to then getting the equaliser. 40 seconds though. Bellingham into Watson, he hits it at goal, and I think it nutmegged one of the players, and the keeper couldn't see it. He was right in the way, and it went in. The keeper had no chance, and that got Sunderland quickly back into the game. Now the one thing that I've got to mention is Reggie's substitutes. They were very, very, very late. In hindsight, it doesn't matter because we won the game. But in the stadium, I stood to Stephen Owen. These substitutes are tapping for ages. And Stephen went, I was just about to say that. At literally 79 minutes, he brought on Cirkin for Alicia, which we were always going to see Cirkin come on after his bit of an injury. And I noticed access all areas. He went to open that door with his bad hand, and then he changed it quickly and used his other hand. So there must be still a bit pain there, which is obvious. He's only just recently had surgery. But nonetheless, it was good to see him get minutes. And then the next substitute came a bit later on. Yelda came on for Isidore up top. It was obviously just to see the game out, a defender for the striker, which that's understandable when you didn't want to lose the game. But like I was saying before, my only disappointment was that we didn't kill the game off. Now, I know I would put the ball in the back of the net, but it was offside. Looking back, Isidore was practically round the post when he taps it in, and it was offside. And I just thought, oh, it's going to be another draw this game. But no, 86 minutes. Young Tommy Watson, the future of Sunderland. This is the thing. This is why I love Sunderland at the minute. There's a lot of academy graduates who's performing on a big stage like the Championship against teams who's expected to get promoted, and they're looking absolutely unreal. They're playing with confidence, like a no fear. They're going into these games, and Watson took his shot beautifully. And another thing I'd like to mention, Paddy Roberts, he had a good game. Now I was really hoping that he did, after the way he's been looking, like his demeanour after games, posing with pictures for fans. It just looked like he was feeling the pressure of not performing. Now he had one of his better games. There was, in the first minute, he got inside and he had a shot, and it was just our. And I was thinking to myself, please continue this vein of form and see if you can get a goal. But he got an assist, which is always great. I think he's got 4 assists now. And he puts the ball into Watson, and he took his chance really well. But I'm happy that Paddy Roberts is starting to look a little bit better than he has in recent games. Well, it was nice to get back to winning ways and get the 3 vital points that were desperately needed. And it put us in good stead coming up against Bristol City, who are really struggling at the minute. And that moves us nicely on to Bristol City. Now they've scored 24 goals, but they've also conceded 24. They're currently down in 12th place, and they've got 25 points. Now, Bristol City are a bit of a bogey team. The last game we played at the Stadium Light was a 0-0. But the game before, we got beat off them down at their place 1-0. They've had some really, really good results in the past 10. They've beat Borough 2-0 away. They've beat Norwich 2-0 away, and they've beat Preston 3-1. You guessed it, away. So their form is a little better away than it is at their place. Now, in the last 5 games, they've won 2, lost 3. Now, they've beat Plymouth, they've beat Norwich, but they did get beat off Pompey, Watford and Burnley. The last game they got demolished off Portsmouth as well, 3-0. And there was a bit of upset from their fans because at the end of the game, when they've been absolutely destroyed in them terrible, terrible conditions, they didn't come out and apologise on interviews. They didn't mention it, and a few fans have mentioned that on their posts on social media. Liam Manning said in the interview at the end of the game that we were second best. The performance wasn't good enough, and we need the lads to respond against Sunderland on Tuesday. But like I said, the fans were upset that they didn't get an apology, and it's understandable in them conditions as well. Now, we've only beaten these 3 times in 10 meetings, and the players to watch out for is Mehmeti. He's got 6 goals, 1 assist. Naki Wells, 5 goals, 1 assist. Sinclair Armstrong, who's got 3 goals, and also Jason Knight, who's got 1 goal, 5 assists. Now, I'm going to mention Scott Twine. We all remember him. We were linked with him. He was at the MK Dons, went to Burnley. I think he went to Hull as well. Now, he plays for them, but he wasn't in the squad. Now, I didn't know if this is down to injury or if he's just been left out. Let us know in the comment section, any Bristol City fans that's watching. But like I said, they're a bit of a bogey team, and it's going to be a hard game. We just need to concentrate on what we do. If we do that, then I've got no question that we will win the game. Now, the lineup. I'd like to give you my lineup before I give you my score prediction. Now, I would like to see certain come in for Elise here. Then you've got, do you want to say Mepham come back in for Ballard? But for me personally, I thought Ballard was really good the other day. There was a few times he kept cleaning the lines, getting the ball up the pitch. So for me, as mad as it sounds, I would leave Ballard with 09 for this game, and then maybe bring in Mepham for Swansea on Saturday. Then, like I said, 09, Hume, Patterson. In the middle, it will be Dan Neil, Chris Rigg, and Job yet again. Dan Neil, for me, was massively, massively improved. This was probably one of his better games that I've seen him playing this season. And Job, I tell you what, I was really impressed with Job since he's came back after his suspension. I've said this on the videos. His physicality in the middle of the park, the way he draws the players in, waits at the last minute and turns the opposite way and he sends them. Now, like I said earlier, Roberts, I would like him to keep his spot just to see if he can continue this form. He's much improved against Stoke than he has been for a while, so I would like to see him do the same again on Tuesday night. But I wouldn't be too opposed if he started Meander out wide. Now, up top, obviously Isidore come out and apologise for the amount of chances that he missed, and was quite a few. Now, his chances, the thing is for me, right, he's getting in the good positions and he's getting chances. If that wasn't happening, then there'd be a problem. And then on the left-hand side, Tommy Watson. Now, I've seen a few fans pose the question when I was on TikTok Live, and they were asking, would you start Mundle over Watson when he's fit? For me, the answer is simply no. The lad is scoring goals. He's putting in man-of-the-match performances. I wouldn't then drop him to knock his confidence and bring in Mundle, even though I really rate Mundle, I highly rate Mundle. But for me, I would definitely 100% be still starting Tommy Watson. I like to briefly mention this because it very rarely gets a mention. It only gets a mention when they've had a bad game. But the referee, I thought, was alright. Didn't do no wrong. Didn't make any harsh decisions. Didn't make it about himself. And that was, believe it or not, listen to this, it was Craig Pawson. Of all people as well. Now then, with Bristol City struggling for any decent form, putting in an absolutely shambolic performance, we're at Portsmouth. I'm going to say Sunderland are going to win this game 3-1. That's the scoreline I've gone with. Obviously, I'm digging this by myself, and I've got the first chance to do the score prediction, so Stephen will be fuming. But what's your score prediction? Who would you start? And are you happy with the way Sunderland are playing at the minute? Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video.